Hello everyone. In the last video, we completed what are factors and everything, factors and multiples chapter. We have completed factors topic. Today we'll discuss what are multiples. But before going to learn what are multiples, first we'll discuss what are even numbers and what are odd numbers. So even number, an even number is a number which is multiple of 2. An even number is a number which is multiple of 2 is called as an even number, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So these are all the sum of the even numbers. So these are all divisible by, these are all multiple by 2. So these are all called even numbers, and even numbers are always n in one of the digits like 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So even numbers are exactly divisible by 2 and multiple by 2. And what are odd numbers? So a number which is not a multiple of 2. A number which is divisible or multiple by 2 is called even number, and a number which is not a multiple of 2 is called as a odd number, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 15 or some of the odd numbers, and odd numbers are always n in one of the digits 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. Like these are all ends with one of like 31, 21, 35, 45. So these are all odd numbers, right? And 2 is the only even prime number. So these are the basics, what are even numbers and what are odd numbers. Let's see what is multiples. So multiples. So a multiple of a number is the product of the given number and some other counting number. We have like 53. It is written as 1 cross 53, and like 84, 1 cross 84. Here 53 is a multiple of 1 and 84 is a multiple of 1. So therefore these are properties. So every number, first property is every number is a multiple of 1. Every number is a multiple of 1. Second property is every number is a multiple of itself. Multiple of itself. First one is every number is a multiple of 1. Second property is every number is a multiple of itself. Third property is every multiple of counting number is either greater than or equal to the number. So we'll see like example, I'll take, is 18 a multiple of 4 or not? We'll check here. 18 is multiple of 4 or not. 4, 4 is the, you'll get 16 here. Doing minus, you'll get 2. So we check this by dividing 18 by 4. Since 4 does not divides 18 exactly, so here remainder is not equals to 0. You have got the remainder 2, it is not equals to 0. So 18 is not a multiple of 4. So third property is every multiple of a counting number is either greater than or equal to the number. So this is the example. And the fourth one is the smallest multiple of a number is the number itself. The smallest multiple of a number is the number itself. And the fifth one is there are infinite multiple of a number. So there is no largest multiple of the number. There are infinite multiples. So there is no largest multiple of the number. So these are about multiples. So these are the following properties. The first property is every number is a multiple of 1. The second one is every number is a multiple of itself. The third property is every multiple of a counting number is either greater than or equal to the number. The fourth property is the smallest multiple of a number is the number itself. And the fifth property is there are infinite multiples of a number, so there is no largest multiple of the number. So this is about multiples. Let's see what are divisibility rules. Divisibility rules. So how divisibility rules are there? We'll see. One number is divisible by another if it can be divided with no remainder. Okay, so here are some common rules which help us to find whether a given number is divisible by another number or not without actually dividing it. We'll see first divisibility by 2. Divisibility by 2. How the division process is done with this 2 number. So divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if its last digit is an even number, like 36. 36, the last digit is even number. 48, here the 8 last digit is an even number. So a number is divisible by 2 if its last digit is an even number, that is the number ends in 0 or 2 or 4 or 6. So these are all even numbers, right? So example 8, 14, which is an even number, the last digit 32. 2 is an even number, 50, here 0 is also even number, and so on. These are all divisible by 2. So this is how divisibility by 2 is done. The second one is divisibility by 3. Divisibility by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. If the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. Let's see an example here. So example is 36. So the sum of its digits is 3 plus 6, that is 9. And is the sum is divisible by 3? Yes. And is the sum is divisible by 3? Yes. Sum is also divisible by 3 and is a number also divisible by 3. I will take another example. 215. So 2 plus 1 plus 5, you will get like, yes, 8. So is the number divisible by 3? No. Is the number divisible by 3? Sorry. No. And is the sum divisible by 3? No. Is the number divisible by 3? It's no. This is how the divisible process is done by 3. Divisibility by 6. So all numbers divisible by 2 and 3, both are divisible by 6. A number will be divisible by 6 if its one's digit is an even number. Like example 18. So a number will be divisible by 6 if its one's digit is an even number. So this is the one's digit, this is tens digit. So one's digit is even number and the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Let's see. An example is here 18. So 18 divisibility by 2, here one's digit is 8. So it is divisible by 2. So sum of digits 1 plus 8, that equals to 9. So it is divisible by 3. So divisibility by 6 is done. Yes. The other example. So you need to remember the 2 steps. A number will be divisible by 6 if its one's digit is an even number. So it is an even number. And the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Yes, it is done. So it is divisible by 2 because it is even number and the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Yes, it is divisibility by 6. 32. So here one's digit is 2, which is even number. So it is divisible by 2. Yes. So adding the sum 3 plus 2 is 5. It is not divisibility by 3. So divisibility by 6 is not possible. So how divisibility by 5 is done? We'll see this. So a number is divisible by 5 if the digit at its ones place is 0 or 5. Like 10. So one's digit is here 0 or 15. It should be 0 or 5. Its one's place should be 0 or 5. Then only it is divisible by 5. 10, 15. So one's digit is 0. One's digit is here 5. So these are the examples. Still more examples like 45, 60. So these are all divisible by 5. Next is divisibility by 10. So a number is divisible by 10 if the digit at its ones place is 0. Like example 20, 40, 110, 1370. So its ones place is 0, then only it is divisibility by 10. So the numbers which are divisible by 10 are also divisible by 5. For example, 30. It is divisible by both 10 and 5, right? 10 3s are 30, 5 6 are 30. So the note here you have to remember is that the numbers which are divisible by 10 are also divisible by 5. The example here is 30. You can take one more example also. So this is about multiples. We have discussed what are multiples, what are even numbers, what are odd numbers, and how the divisibility rules, how the divisibility by 2 is done, 3 is done, 6 is done, 5 and 10 are done. We have discussed in this chapter.